Welcome back to my channel. My name is AJM Pop, and I had some video deals and I did a makeup thing and it didn't work out because my makeup skills takes forever. It takes forever for me to blend. I don't know how people do this, but I have a video for you today. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for liking. I know we're small and we're nice here. And so the premise is I have subjects in here that I would love to talk about that I know a little bit about. I know some of it, I know others, I know just because of the headlines caught me. And I also know that I just like sometimes you just, today's called rant. Today is that thing where watch the words that are coming out of my mouth. If anyone on there has a black mother, African American mother, you know she gave you some gems in your childhood. Gimme got drowned. If she gonna jump off a bridge, you gonna jump off a bridge with her. Oh, let me go to the bathroom. How much money you need? My mother made it always fun. So I have some topics in here I want to talk about, and I'm going to time myself because I only get 5 minutes. And I'm also going to try not to wake up Jeff because I know he's taking a nap. Because sometimes you want to rant. Sometimes you just want to yell at the TV. And this is the times you don't even want to go in the comment field. You want to keep your rant to yourself because let's be honest. When we make comments on people's life, we don't know the whole story. We don't know what's going on. I mean, do I know the life the president leads every day? No. Do I know how it feels to be a dark-skinned woman in Hollywood? I don't, but I know what it looks like. I've seen it. And do I know? I've not met Meghan Markle, but I was always surprised by her. So I have my phone. I'm gonna get my 5 steps. And I'm gonna pick up this topic, but I'm gonna shake it up. This one. Oh, I hope it's a good one. I hope it's a good one. Light skin tone. So I just saw, let me start. I just saw an article for Lupita Nyong'o, and she was talking about how, and it's been brought up by Viola Davis, and that lighter skin tones in Hollywood get bigger. Halle Berry, Diane Carroll, what else? Halle Berry, Diane Carroll, Tracy Ellis Ross. But if she was on Girlfriends and Blackish, she did a few movies. Gabrielle Union, she did a lot of Hollywood movies, but you never seen like deep skin tone like Nima Tang. I love her. I love her skin tone. Oh my gosh, Lupita Nyong'o, Viola Davis. There's a lot of deep hue women in Hollywood that they skip over, and let's not be honest, let's not act like this isn't an issue in our own community. And I think on Blackish, a lot of people had issues with Blackish because the whole family is pretty much light skinned. You don't see a deep skin tone. And then when they did Mixish, they switched Rainbow's mother to a darker skin tone. So it's almost like they did that to please the people who are darker hue, which it's kind of sad that you did that. When we saw Rainbow's mother in Blackish, we knew she had a lighter skin tone, but then you see her mother in her prequel before she met Dre, whatever, and she's dark skin tone. So it's kind of like, it's sometimes I think Hollywood says, there, we gave you something, get over it, we're done. When, why is Hollywood so white? They did, oh no, we're going to change this up. And, it's just, I know for a fact my sister went through this because we were little. She had 2 light-skinned friends, and she was always, and this was the time when you went outside and played. So we were outside playing. But my mother at times did start enforcing a rule that we need to stay in to at least like 2 or 3 and wait till the sun go down and then go outside because it was hot. And she didn't want you running outside and getting sick or anything. But, I mean, it is an issue in Hollywood. It's an issue in everywhere. It's an issue everywhere. It's an issue in movies, it's TVs, it's an issue in, I can't see of a, and see, Issa Rae's not that dark, but Issa Rae's friend is her friend. She would be a good. I mean, I would love to see her play a role. I know Gabrielle Union. I don't know. I don't know, but it just says it gives that people that message that mix the lighter skin tone is in, and it's almost. I think I would kind of. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because I don't think. I don't know if I qualify, but I know that I'm a little bit darker than like say someone who's a mixed friend or anything like that. And it has been common knowledge that like pretty much during the slavery time that the light skinned tin tone people would work in the house and the darkers would be outside in the sun. And then, it's just one of those things that's been embedded in our history. It's embedded in our mindset. And then when we see, like when you see someone on TV, you're like, there's no one like me on TV. You're like, so where do I fit in this world? It gives you that mind game of you're not worthy enough to fit in this world because you don't have a particular skin hue that is worthiness. I mean, it's kind of sad, but it's probably true. It's probably true in employment. It's probably true. I would love to go back and do some research on you guys and tell you how much, but it seems like there has been some information, some stats that proves that this notion is valid. That it's hard for Lupita. It's hard for Viola Davis. I mean, we've seen her in Help. We've seen her in. I've loved seeing her in Marvel movies where she's the bad guy. I just kind of like that. But oh, my girl, what's her name? What's her name? Angela Bassett. She's a little darker, but she said she had to hustle too. So it's not Hollywood's not all that progressive, but they do have progressive values. But they really need to since we're all divided, they should take a look at themselves too and see, how they push that narrative along because it's kind of true. I mean, it's sad to say, but it's true. I'm glad Tika Sumpter is on Mixed-ish. I feel she's a wonderful actor. She's great. And I just want to say that too because these are my thoughts. I don't want them to be taken out of context. I don't want to offend nobody. I'm just speaking freely about something that's happening in the world that we see. We know it goes on. It's real. I've seen it in my life. I've seen it with my sister. And 3, 2, 1. Okay. But yeah, it's just, that's it. And let's go to the next one. Guys, put my timer up. Okay. And I'm not screaming or nothing. I don't want you to be mean or anything. This is a place. This is a Pepsi commercial. Oh, gosh. The president. Okay. Let me start. What he does looks bad. It seems bad. It is bad. He says a lot of stuff, and he's the president. I do respect him. People voted for him. He's the leader of our world, and it's sad that he's opened up wounds and sores, and people believe that he can make it better. I just want to see proof of that. And this thing with the Ukraine, it's really intriguing. It's fascinating to me. That's why I was like, because at work I was like swept in it. And it's sad that he did that. And it's kind of sad that some people think, oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's like, I think we come to this point in our political career where it's like, that's not bad no more. That's not bad no more. Yes, we are different in our political spheres as other countries, but this one is, I didn't want that one. I didn't want that. He did ask, I don't know who he is. I know his name, but I don't know how to say it. I know it's a Z. He did ask him to look into allegedly one of his political allies, one of his competitors in the race for the presidency. So he did ask him to look into that, which I wish this president would just try to win it on his own merits. Just win it on your own merits. Let's see what you got. And doing that just doesn't make it feel well with what's going on in the world and how like we're changing the voter laws. You have to ID. I know, and you pretty much can't. I think we should have a day off where you vote, but it's not that. I just didn't want to talk about this. I'm scared of what this is the thing that scares me in life is that we could have a talk like this and it'd be okay. But it's now to the point where we're in our corners and we don't listen to anything. And then it just feels bad. It feels bad and it looks bad. I don't know what's going to happen. I am in tune to it. I mean, that's not good when a career person who works in the government has to pretty much go up to whistleblower, do the whistleblower thing and tell, and then it's, oh, I want to see him. He's politically biased. I mean, this, I just don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about this one because it scares me and it's the divide and we don't. I wish we can go back today where we could just all get along and, hey, if you were a Republican, it was okay. If I was a Democrat, it's okay. If you were Caucasian, it's okay because, I have a Caucasian partner and I'm Black and we do have those little moments where I have to remind him that I live in a world differently than the world he sees. And I have to always be cognizant of that because I don't want to lose that. Because once I lose that moment and I'm off by something, that could be my life. So it's just scary. Sorry, I didn't want to talk about this one. I thought I wouldn't pick it. I put it in there with hope because I know a lot about it. I know everything. And I don't think the Republican Party want to do that. And it's sad because basically you can impeach him. You can put an impeachment inquiry on me, but it has to be the whole Congress, the Senate, and the House to be involved. And I don't think that's ever going to happen. So, I mean, but it's bad what he did. I mean, if the Democratic did that, let's see what the response will look like from the other side. Just that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to treat one this way, you got to treat all this way, regardless of their party. Because guess what? We may have different party affiliations, but we all are Americans. We all are. That's all I'm going to say on that one. That one's hard. I didn't want to talk about that one because it's scary. Politics is scary. And it seems to be that's all we talk about now. And I'm like, come on. I'm ready for some hot, juicy entertainment news to pop off. But, it's not. But, Okay, I canceled it. I had like 22 seconds left. So let's go for one more and it'll be my last one because I'm almost at 15 minutes. There's one I want to do and I don't think it's in there. Should I just find the one I want to do? Please. Okay, so Amber Montgomery, Dallas police lady, was getting off work. She parked on the wrong floor. She parked. She think she parked to a floor, so she had to walk down to another floor. I got the guy or lady, and so she parked at a different floor, and it messed her up. And then when she walked in her house, which now I know why I lock my doors when I get in it. I used to keep it open for when Jeff comes home, but now I'm gonna lock my doors and knock them because anyone can walk in and when the door is unlocked. But she shot him. Evidently, he had headphones on, which he was eating ice cream, watching TV, and she shot him. It was a case that caught everyone. It was like, wow, he was in his home. He wasn't doing nothing. He was outside. I could be sitting in my home, and I don't listen to headphones, but I'm running around in the house, and someone could walk in, and I could, a police could, think that's sad. I don't want to think it that way, but I do think it's sad that those people lost their son, and they lost their son in a moment where we haven't saw something like this. We saw a kid playing in the park and shot. We saw, and I mentioned to someone, sometimes it feels like when you wear this skin, it feels like there's a huge target on your back, and you're doing your best to hide from it. You're doing your best to say, and it's no matter what, some way life can end, and it's either imprisonment or death, and that's just not the world I want to be in. I mean, it's sad that I have a nephew, and I'm worried about that, and I'm worried about where he lives, and it's just I mean, I talked about it before, where it was like when those things were you're a male, you're black, and now you're gay. So it was like all these, you have this burden you have to carry with it, and then this burden you always have to fight against, work against, maneuver in. You gotta, like, when you hear something weird, you gotta be like, oh yeah, You kind of have to let it water off a duck's back, water off a duck's back. You kind of have to let it slide, and you're like, But the case was shocking. I honestly thought nothing would happen, and I was shocked when something did. And I was shocked to see the text messages, because that lets us know there is a bias. Even though they're training to remove those biases, there is biases in officers. And it's sad. It's sad. I mean, he was sitting in his house just watching TV. That could be me on any day. I could be sitting in here watching TV. And the only thankful good thing about where I live is I live with no apartments. I live in a pretty much regular house. But, I mean, Jesus, that's sad. I mean, and she did get 10 years, which I was shocked she got a big sentence. But they've said, like, there's been 4 other officers who've got some sentencings, sorry, who got some, whatever it is, I can't remember what it's called. But it's sad that we're in this time and era where you can't overlook something that's just obviously right in your face, that this has harm, this has power. And I'm not that strong. I'm just a skinny 47-year-old man. And I'm afraid of confrontations and fights. I would always have to fight back, because my mother said, if you don't fight back, then they're going to be able to pick you all the time. You have to be able to, stand up for yourself. And, it's sad. I didn't want that one, and there's one I want, and I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to do it quick. I'm not going to say... Okay. Here's the thing about Meghan Markle. I loved her in the TV show Suits. I liked her because she went to Northwestern. She in prestigious school, hard to get into, beautiful in Evanston. She's an LA girl, California girl. I wish they all could be California girls. LA girl. She just seemed so an incredible person. And then she meets Prince Harry, and everybody's like, yay, they're thrilled, but there is kind of some little, she lives in LA, she lives in the Compton, It's like we were talking about that mixed skin tone. She's biracial, her mother's black, her father is white, and she has to live with those straddling of those two worlds. And it's impossible, because it seems like she has to, it's almost like no matter what she do, she is criticism is harsh. It's like, oh, she shut her car door. Oh, she's not wearing pantyhose. Oh, she's wearing black. Oh, she won't let us see the baby. It's just like, man, I'm like, Harry, this is why no one wanted to marry Harry, because all of this, you would have people criticizing you daily, every day, on what you could do better. And to be honest, I don't think she can do nothing better, because they would still be mad. They would still hate on her, and they still wouldn't like her, because they don't think she's fit for him. And you know what I think Harry should do? I think he should leave all of it and go with Meghan, and she go back to acting, and they live in the Hollywood world, because that would be the better place for them. Because, I mean, she can't do no wrong, and people get mad when he stands up for her, but he has to. He has to stand up for his wife. I mean, if I do something wrong and Jeff doesn't stand up for me, it's like, I may not be right. My point may not be right sometimes, but at least I have to know that you're in my corner. If she doesn't have no one in her corner like Diana did, whew, she could be a bad story. I think Meghan was too good for Harry, and I didn't want her to do this, because I just knew her life would change. And but I love them. I adore them. I adore them that they do have some support. I love what they do. I love what they represent. And I'm a big Meghan fan. I was a Meghan fan before she met Harry, and I was a big Diana fan, and it was sad to see the kids live in a world like that. But That's it. Thanks for watching my channel. If you like this, please tell me so. Maybe you can put some more ideas. I can talk about something in the box. I just like, because there's stuff I see and I'm like, I marinate on that, marinate on that, marinate on that, marinate on that. There's some stuff I just don't like to talk about because it's just, I just want this to be a safe space. And I want this to be a space where we all know that we're loved, we feel love, our beloved is respected, and who we are as a person is golden. So thank you for watching my channel. Have a good day. Happy Sunday. What is it? Sunday Fun Day? And deuce. Deuce. Deuce.